station, 1370 WOCA.
Ocala.
All right, 5 minutes after 11 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. There's a sign outside of the pharmacy on the corner, Robin, that says they give them flu shots over there.
Yes.
And I thought, oh, they're trying to sell me something. They're trying to sell me some flu shots, right? And then I thought, well, wait a minute. It probably costs more to treat the flu than to prevent the flu. You think that's probably accurate?
I think so.
And then we had this interview, and I thought, wow, isn't that a coincidence? Dr. Derek Van Amerongen is on the phone. He's a board-certified doctor in obstetrics. I always stumble on these wrong. And gynecology. Now you understand why I stumble. and he's the vice president and chief wellness officer for Human Health Plans of Ohio in Cincinnati. He's talking about the keeping the flu bug at bay and keeping the costs down while you're doing it. Good morning, doctor. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you today?
Pretty good. Is it cheaper to prevent the flu with a vaccine than to treat the flu?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, for a variety of important reasons. First of all, nowadays, with all the changes in healthcare that we've gone through in the last few years, anyone who goes to get a flu shot will not have to pay anything out of pocket. So that vaccine is covered completely, and all of our Humana members know this because we spent a lot of time sharing that information with them. So from a prevention standpoint, really you're just talking about finding the time to get you and your family to a place where you can get a flu shot. The flip side is that every year there are unfortunately many thousands of people who end up in the emergency room or end up in the hospital, and we all know how expensive those places are with the flu that probably could have been prevented if they'd gotten vaccinated.
Oh, wow. And does that include children and the elderly as well? Is it the whole spectrum?
Oh, the whole spectrum, but certainly we're particularly concerned about children. We're particularly concerned about the elderly, people who have medical conditions like, say, diabetes that make them more susceptible to the flu. But I would want to emphasize that all of us are at risk. There's no one who can say that I am immune to the flu and I don't have to worry about it. All of us need to be thinking about this very seriously, and really one of the reasons that flu shots are everywhere nowadays, like you said, everywhere you drive around town, it seems like everyone's got to sign up. It's because it's such an important part of preventive care.
Sometimes people don't want to take a flu shot because they are told that they will get ill.
Well, that is a misperception that just will not go away. There is no way that you can get the flu from a flu shot. It's just not medically possible. I think what we're typically seeing is just an issue of timing. It takes about 2 weeks from the time you get to the shot until your immune system is fully protected. And so if you think about it, if you get the shot on Monday and then on Wednesday you get a cold or you get the flu itself, it's very common for people to say, well, this must be because of the shot. In fact, it was just coincidental. So all the more reason for people to get out now and get that shot so they're going to be protected.
So now what do you say to the person? Now, we live here, so we know better. This is Florida, by the way, if you didn't know where you were speaking to. So talk to the person who's visiting from a colder state and looks at the sign and says, what do you need a flu vaccine here for? You guys are in Florida. It's just, you don't get sick here. It's always sunny. Right?
Well, and it is always sunny. I love Florida. But the flu really has no connection to the weather itself. The season is considered to be October to February because that's when the viruses seem to emerge and that's when they become more virulent. But I can tell you there is just as much of a problem with flu in Florida, in Texas, in Mexico, in South America as there is in Montana or Maine or Canada. It's something that we all need to be concerned about, and we shouldn't be lulled into a false sense of security just because it's a mild winter or because, there's not snow on the ground.
How can a person really protect themselves, though, and not get the flu shot prior to the season?
Quite frankly, there isn't a way. The flu shot is the most effective way to protect yourself. If you don't have a flu shot, really, you're just sort of, hoping and you're sort of rolling the dice that you won't get sick. Now, I would say that for people who do have someone in the family who's sick, there are a lot of very important but simple things you can do, like frequent hand washing, particularly before and after meals and when you get home from being out, say at work or school, and then also trying to minimize your contact with someone who is sick. Sometimes that's obviously a challenge in the household, but keeping people who aren't involved in direct care with that person, keeping their contact to a minimum. And usually in about 48 to 72 hours, the symptoms will subside and the chance of passing it on from one person to another will go down.
So wait, I have a question for you. So somebody who works like in a healthcare facility, we've got a lot of assisted living facilities around here. So somebody who works there gets the flu shot, is protected. Are they now protected if they're working with a client who gets the flu?
Yes, and in fact, many hospitals and healthcare facilities require their workers to get flu shots. It's a condition of employment, and there have been situations where people have sued the organization saying, I don't want to get one because of religious objections or whatever. And the courts have said that if you're working in an environment where you are taking care of patients and you're in close contact with people, it is reasonable and appropriate for the hospitals to require people to get that. And I don't think that you talk to very many healthcare organizations or healthcare professionals who would not tell you that this is so incredibly important, not only for their patients, but also to protect themselves.
Getting back to the money part, in the intro, I was talking about it's cheaper to get the vaccine and prevent it than to treat it. But then you said it's free. Is that, and it's just to go back to that, did you say for everybody? It's free for everybody?
Everyone who is getting a preventive service in the United States, let me put it this way, everyone who has insurance. So if you have insurance through a company like Humana or Medicaid or Medicare, or you've gotten insurance on the new healthcare exchanges, all those people who have an insurance card, it is at no out-of-pocket cost. Now, unfortunately, and this is something that hopefully will continue to change over time, if you don't have insurance, you still have to pay for that out-of-pocket. But anyone who has insurance, it is covered at zero out-of-pocket cost.
There was a fear a couple of years ago that the flu shots did run out and people were clamoring for them and they had to start making some more serum. Is that going to happen this year?
Well, everything we're seeing right now indicates that we're going to have an adequate supply. It's a little too early for us really to know what kind of a season it's going to be. Is it going to be a bad season? Is it going to be mild? Last year was sort of an average season, and so hopefully this will be, similar to that. I would tell you right now there's plenty of vaccine available, and the best advice I can give, which I've already said, and I'll say it again, go out and get your flu shot today.
Before we say goodbye, I think there's a website that you had that you wanted to mention to us. What is the website?
I do, because obviously there's lots of questions people have. If you go to humanavitality.com, we have tons of information about this and lots of other important healthcare topics. So
does anything like vitamin C or exercise, does anything fortify the effects of a vaccine, or is that stuff kind of an old wives' thing?
Well, I would tell you that it's very important for all of us to do everything we can to keep ourselves healthy, and that includes a good nutrition, it includes exercise, it means not smoking. Will those things specifically protect you against the flu? No, they won't.
Dr. Derek Van Amerongen, thank you so much for being on the air with us today. Take the advice. It sounds like good advice. Go to your favorite pharmacy or your doctor and get the flu vaccine. And for more information, go to humanavitality.com. Thank you, doctor.
Thank you for your time. Have a great day.
Thank you. You too. All right, we will take a little break, and we'll be right back. We're going to talk about cancer in just a little bit. Wow, from a vaccine for the flu to cancer. We'll be right back. This is The Source, WOCA.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. For today, clouds and some sun with a couple of showers and thunderstorms around mainly during the afternoon and evening hours. The high today, 83 to 87, and mostly cloudy later tonight, low 71 to 75. For tomorrow, clouds will limit sunshine, a couple of showers and thunderstorms. Some can be heavy in the afternoon. The high today, 82 to 86. Then on Wednesday, variable cloudiness with a couple of showers and a thunderstorm, high 83 to 87. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Joe Lundberg.
whether you're building it up or knocking it down, get it done, rent it now. Sunbelt Rentals is here to make your job a little easier. Our knowledgeable staff will help you find the right equipment for any job, big or small. Did you know that Sunbelt Rentals carries heaters, air conditioners, generators, lighting, traffic control, and so much more? So whether you're building it up or knocking it down, we've got the equipment you need. Get it done, rent it now. And right now, for a limited time, you can have it for less. Just by mentioning this ad, if you rent it Friday afternoon, you can keep it the whole weekend and only pay for one day. But this is a limited time offer, so stop into Sunbelt Rentals today, Northwest 27th, just a quarter mile east of I-75. For more information, just give us a call, 352-369-9101. 352-369-9101. Sunbelt Rentals. Get it done, rent it now. 352-369-9101.
Hey, it's Christy with Ocala Mac and PC Repair and Ocala Guest Wi-Fi to let you know we have you covered. We are the only local certified Apple and Microsoft computer company in Ocala. We are family owned and operated. From mobile repair to wireless networks, viruses, new systems, or security cameras, we do it all. Check us out online, ocalamacpc.com, or give us a call, 352-566-8324.
Tell them Nick, Madison, or Mason sent you and get free diagnostic.
Get your internet telephone service from the company that brought affordable internet service to Ocala in the first place. All is Safe is a sister company of Ocala Guest Wi-Fi, a company you've known and trusted for all your internet needs. Whether you need a phone or hundreds, we've got the products and services to meet your needs both now and in the future. Our plans include everything from local and long-distance calling to equipment maintenance and even software upgrades. You can count on All is Safe to give you cost certainty knowing that your bill will be the same next week, next month, or even next year. Call 352-450-8647 today to learn how to cut your monthly telephone bill up to 60%.
Career Source, Citrus, Levy, Marion brings together business and community partners, economic development leaders, and educational providers to connect employers with qualified, skilled talent and job seekers with employment and career development opportunities. Tune in the first and third Wednesday of each month at 9:30 a.m. to Career Source, Citrus, Levy, Marion, and learn how they can help you.
Welcome to Infinite Natural Day Spa. We offer massage, facial, waxing, and hydrotherapy with body scrub. Infinite Natural Day Spa will bring you to an unparalleled all-natural experience of beautification, peace, and comfort that is uniquely yours. We hope to transport you to a place where you can truly appreciate a newly found state of relaxation. Saturday mornings at 9 a.m. right here on The Source, WOCA. Don't miss Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement with your hosts, Francois Cousinet